What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. Back in the Mk2 Fiesta today, and I've been looking forward to making this video. It's been a long time coming and all will be revealed later on. Like I did say in the previous video, I have got some new wheels. It sparks an absolute outrage. People were a bit annoyed I was getting rid of the pepper pots, but I think you'll be pleasantly surprised with the option that I've gone for, and I'll also explain why I chose these wheels. But without further ado, it's absolutely banging day, so I'm going to go for a quick drive and I'll stop, show the wheels and explain everything. So if you can't already tell, I went for some banded steels. So these were the original wheels that come with the car. They were 4.5J and I've got them banded to 6J. I maybe should have gone to a 6.5J at the rear because, as you can see, they do tuck in the slightest, but I think a couple of spaces at the rear will sort that problem out. I mean, at the front, I'm really happy with how they sit, just flush with the arch. I feel like that's a perfect fit. I know the question's going to be on a lot of people's minds, and that is, why did I choose these steels? So the original plan for this car was to just keep it completely standard, and then over lockdown I did start modifying it slightly when I was doing the underneath. I put the pepper pots on just for a temporary basis because I always wanted to put wider wheels on, but for the end finish I really wanted it to look somewhat standard, and I feel like putting these banded steels on it still keeps the original look. It's not that I didn't like the pepper pots, it's just I feel like these suit it a lot better, and it's not an XR2, so I don't really want to start putting pepper pots and XR2 bits on my 1.1 Fiesta. But as usual, let me know what you think. I want to know your opinions. Did you prefer the pepper pots or do you prefer the banded steels? I'm quite happy with the colour as well. People were telling me to go for a darker grey like the pepper pots, but the silver really suits them and keeps that original look that I'm going for. Overall, I'm really happy with these wheels. They're exactly what I expected. I've wanted these for ages. As soon as I knew I was going for wider wheels, I thought banded steels was the only option. But yeah, I'm so happy. It also sits perfectly on these, just as the pepper pots did. I can get about a finger between the arch and the tyre on the rear, and also the same on the front. I just feel like it sits really well. It's nice to drive as well. Obviously with the coilovers, it is quite harsh, but you just got to take it easy on bumpy roads. So I am really happy with the banded steels. However, trying to get them done and the company I dealt with was an absolute nightmare. The first thing that this company done to piss me off was they quoted me 3 to 4 weeks to get the wheels done. And I understand that it's tough times at the moment, we've had COVID, etc. But if you say 3 to 4 weeks, then I'm going to expect that. And in the end they took 9 weeks. There was no communication throughout. I give them calls weekly to see how the wheels were going, and then on the 9th week they rang me up to tell me that the wheels were done. Upon arrival to collect the banded steels, I noticed that there was still some damage on them. And bearing in mind, I paid £400 in the end for these, so I wanted them to be perfect. They were meant to have been shot blasted, refurbished and powder coated. And I'm going to whack in some pictures now, and they certainly hadn't been shot blasted and refurbished. Here you can see some of the damage that wasn't removed when preparing the wheels. I also paid an extra £5 for each wheel to be sprayed inside. They weren't done either. More damage. I'm just trying to show you in this video that they weren't actually shot blasted. There was still bits of rust. You can see there where the paint hasn't hit it. And there was also runs, as you can see there, and on this one. Terrible finish. I did notice some of the marks when I come to collect them, but I just whacked them in the car because I'd had enough with the company at this point. So I went home, and when I inspected them again, they were even worse than I thought. So I did miss the company, and fair play to them, because they did refund me the money for the spraying of the wheels, so I got £200 back, which is half the price. So I thought, alright, sweet, I've got these wheels for £200, they've been banded, and I'll just have to spray them myself. But no, I then went to fit the tyres, and one of them kept losing air. It would only hold it for 2 or 3 hours, and at this point, I was starting to get like... I knew it was the wheels because I'd bead sealed the tyre onto the rim and also replaced all the valves. Once I'd had the tyres off about 3 or 4 times, I eventually managed to seal the welds up. I think the guy that welded them must have left like a needle hole, so I had to put some silicone all the way around the welds, and I also put bead seal around them. I mean, it sounds overkill, but I had these wheels off numerous times trying to seal up this hole, and it's much harder to find than you think because it was on the inside of the rim rather than coming out of the tyre where like a puncture would come out of. It was actually from the rim outwards. But yeah, anyway, I sorted it. And the tyre is flat again. This is what the wheel looks like at the moment because it's sort of tacky now. So I've gone all the way around it with this silicone. So I'm just praying this seals it up. I'm also going to put bead sealer on the inner and outside where the tyre meets. So fingers crossed it holds its air. I know that was a bit different to usual, but I just kind of wanted to explain stuff. I've moved on from it now, and yeah, I'm just so glad I've got the wheels, I've sorted them out, and I'm happy running them on my car. Hope you enjoyed that little story time. I had to say it because I've been putting it all over my Instagram and just raging on my stories, so people have been asking me, and I thought I'll just whack it in a video and explain what happened. But that's it for this video. Only a short one. I just wanted to show these wheels because I've got a lot more coming for the Mk2, but nothing else I could really put in this video. I want to know your opinions though. Get down in the comment section. Do you like them? Do you hate them? Do you prefer the pepper pots? Or do you think I should put some different wheels altogether on the Mk2? Remember, if you did enjoy the video, give it a like. If you like what you see, subscribe to the channel for more. And until the next one, see you guys later.